All things considered, I thought he did a good job. Obviously, there was some adversity. There were some things that were going the wrong way, but I felt like it was big that we went down and scored at the end. The last drive, we took it down and scored a touchdown. Had a huge conversion on a throw from him to Phillip Brooks. That to me put ourselves back in a situation where we were controlling our own destiny rather than the other way around.
What's the main thing you're kind of preaching with him? You want to see him do better this week?
I just want to see him play with confidence and believe that the guys around him will make the plays. He doesn't need to force the plays. Let the plays come to him and believe in the guys around him.
Did you feel like when Skyler went down, it took a second for everybody to kind of regroup?
Actually, I felt like it was not beating up on him. He's as good a player as we have, but I felt the fumble was really what created the bigger issue for us, because Skyler went down and we still scored a touchdown. The next drive we went out and scored a touchdown, and then they hammered down a little bit and scored, and instead of us matching it, we fumble on the next play. And to me, that's where all of a sudden there was what's going on? Where are we at? Where if we would have kept the mindset of no, since the injury we actually have scored 2 touchdowns, I think we'd have been in a lot better position than we were.
How big is the gap right now between Jaron and Will?
Jaron did a nice job this week and has continually been getting better. I don't think there's a huge gap, but I think Will is definitely the guy that is our starter. I don't think we have a quote quarterback controversy at this point by any means.
Are you satisfied with what you've gotten out of your offensive line so far, or are you wanting more?
Well, I want more. I want more. I feel like we've done a nice job from a run game standpoint. I think we've got to gel a little bit better from a protection standpoint. We've had too much pressure, too many things from a passing game standpoint that we've got to be a little bit better at. And that's not only the O-line, it's the tight ends are involved and fullbacks involved with that too when it comes to play action protection.
And I think before the season, you guys almost, or at least you were sharing that you envisioned rotating, maybe 8 or 9 guys in offensive.
Yeah, not there yet. Yeah. Not there yet. And we're gonna keep working hard to get that done. Unfortunately, the first game didn't have the number of reps that you would have anticipated, so people didn't really need a, quote, blow. The second game probably was tighter, longer than we had hoped it would be, so we haven't gotten as many guys in as we need to, and the season's going to be long. We've got to keep getting more offensive linemen in than just the starting 5.
Deuce Vaughn had about 25 carries, I want to say, on Saturday, but you also got some touches for Jacardier and Joe. Do you envision those guys maybe getting some more carries?
I think it's a little bit the flow of the game, but I'm telling you, the running back position I feel like is very strong, that any of them can carry it. I thought Joe ran tremendously hard between the tackles. I had a couple runs in the fourth quarter where you said, "Wow, he's trying to be violent. He's moving the chains." And that's really, really good to see, because he needs to be a guy that can do that for us.
How much is the running game your best friend this week?
I think every week we kind of go into it thinking that for us to set up some of the stuff we want, the run game's got to be good. This week it's going to be no different, but I think from the quarterback situation, the run game has to be something we can lean on.
I don't think Daniel got any targets, maybe fewer snaps too in this last game. Was that just part of the?
Just part of the kind of the way the flow of the game unfolded. Definitely had plays in specifically for him, but for one reason or another, or how the thing played out, he didn't get the opportunities. But he'll always have a set of plays where his down the field, his ability to stretch the field will be used.
When you look back last season with Will, he's had 8 touchdown passes and 11 interceptions. How many of the interceptions have been him forcing it versus how many were just getting defensive? Unfortunately, I haven't really looked specifically at that. I know last year I'll just use an example of the West Virginia game. 2 of the 3 in that I would have said weren't on him, even though he still gets credit for it. I think this past week he just overthrew the receiver. He threw, and the crazy part is it was the exact same route combination, just on the other hash. The ball that he threw to Landry Weber. It was the same play. He drove that ball in there really, really well. Landry made a nice catch, contact tackle. The same thing coming the other direction, and it just sailed on him. And I think timing-wise he was good. He just got to throw a better ball.
Was what Malik did Saturday, is that what we can expect from him when he's healthy?
I think when he's healthy, he's definitely a threat, and not only catching the ball. I think he's a threat carrying the ball as well. And we'll keep trying to devise ways to get him the football, even if we're not throwing it down the field as much.
First snaps of the season, I think, for Benson and Christian Moore. Can we probably expect more of that?
Yeah, I would hope Christian will keep getting some, and Ben Sennett will keep getting some. I think both those guys are younger guys, but Christian's more of a traditional fullback, where Ben's a little bit more of a hybrid, can do both. You'll see him running down the field a little bit more than Christian, but I think both of them need to play, and we'll keep getting opportunity.
The first drive in the third quarter, you guys ran on darn near every single play. What was the strategy going into that?
I think it was more just to settle it down a little bit, and to some of your thought process of okay, can we rely a little bit on the run game and get back to wanting to I think we kept it for over 7 minutes. How do we keep their offense off the field, but also put it in our mindset of we can run the ball against these guys?
Coach Kleiman mentioned on Tuesday that the gap between Will and Jerry Lewis may not be that big. Is he getting close to the field?
Yeah, I don't know exactly when or how, but I feel comfortable playing him, where when we would have started fall camp, I would have said, "Ooh, let's hold that a little bit until we see it." But he's done a nice job. I used last night as an example at practice. I felt like he threw it really, really well. And I have not been disappointed at all in Will, but I have been excited about what Jaron's bringing to the table.
Not having seen him in action, what does he bring to the field?
Well, he's always had two things. Very confident when he's in the huddle, does a good job handling that, and then he's got a live arm. He's someone that when it comes out of his hand, I think most of the time guys say, "Wow, that's impressive," and that's two things that now he's got to get in where the live bullets are going, and he truly reads the defense and sees the rotation, sees some of those things happen. Obviously, when you play the same defense over and over again, at some point you get a little bit accustomed to knowing, hey, this is how they're going to react, and it's not that way on Saturday, obviously.
Back to Deuce from a physical standpoint was okay, shouldering alone.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah. I mean, we got to be smart. Obviously, he can't have a million carries. But I've told some people I've been fortunate to have some really good backs over the years, and not all of them have been 210-pound tailbacks that still have been able to carry the load. And just got to be smart. He can't go out there for a 12-play drive and carry it 8 plays. It's not reality for who he is. But if you spread it out over a 4-quarter game, he should be able to handle the load.
Sebastian got in last week. How far away is he from being come back to
100%? I don't know if I can put a real number on back to 100%, but I know when you watch him practice, when you see him out there on the game field, he's becoming much more comfortable, looks more fluid, looks as running with better speed, especially the last week and a half with practice. He's really ran with better speed, and that's great for us.
Who did you guys settle on as the third QB this week?
Geez, hopefully we don't get to that. I don't know that we've got that answer. If push came to shove, we would have to look at the last two there on our roster and say, okay, how do we make sure we manufacture this thing and don't turn the ball over?
What has been Will's reaction to Saturday's events that's most?
I think really I've been proud of Will. Will's been through a lot already. Obviously, started a bunch of games last year. I think he went to work when it came on Monday, but I think really he saw everything and watched everything on Sunday. But he came to work when Monday came, and he's got the same demeanor that he's had the whole time he's been here, which is he is 100% trying to learn and take everything in and put his best product out there when Saturday comes. And I think he'll do that.